I wanted to record an update video about the future of the project. So I'll start by saying where I disappeared to last year, why I had barely any updates for months. So I was put on Adderall when I was about in third grade, about 20 years ago, and I really shouldn't have been. When I look into the medical information, it becomes apparent that there's actually no studies indicating an improvement in functionality due to Adderall. People actually get worse. Their academic scores go down. What it does is improve classroom manageability. That's the purpose of the drug. And it does that at creating a cost of creating depression, apathy, and dullness of affect in the victim, I guess. And that's what's happened to me. So I was on Adderall until last year, and then the side effects became so bad that I couldn't continue taking it. So I went off of it. And that made me completely non-functional, because the withdrawal of Adderall lasts 2 years. 1 to 2 years. I think I'm mostly through it now. But I was able to keep doing things a bit. Well, to describe the state of it, I was unable to form thoughts at all. Like, all my thoughts were too blurry to be seen. I would dissociate when I tried to read anything, so I was unable to read my own code. And unable to do anything. All I could do was try to work with artists and buy new assets. And so the backgrounds are about 2 years of work, but recently I've decided that they're just not up to a quality standard that I want. If I was looking at screenshots of the game, it would not convince me to look further into it to see these backgrounds. They look like they're made by someone that just didn't care. And I can't blame the artist for that, because I requested a workflow that he hadn't used before, and it was a bad decision on my part, but it means about 2 years of background making is wasted. That money spent on it is wasted. But I got through the time without Adderall, sorry I'm distracted, by taking Kratom, which is an opioid that's related to caffeine. It's a stimulant, just like Adderall's a stimulant. It should have brought me up to a level where I could kind of work, but barely. I could do maybe an hour of work a day at best. And I do this full time. I'm using money. I'm spending it down. I'm losing money. And the biggest expense is myself, because I can outsource artists to other countries, but myself, I live in America. Things are expensive here. Whole thing where the dollar's worth more in other countries, you know. But, so, for a while I was doing neurofeedback. And that's a thing where they monitor your brain waves, and when your brain does the correct thing, you get a reward. And I did 20 sessions of that, and I started being able to work again. And I posted a bunch of videos in the middle of this year. But after a few months, the effect of it just wore down, and I became unable to sleep, the same as before I quit Adderall. And I realized that the problem was that the Kratom, I had become addicted to it. It was no longer helping me. I had to get off of it. I couldn't just increase the dose. That won't work, because I just don't know. I don't know how I'm going to get out of this mess, because I got into it because of prescription drugs. So it seems like prescription drugs aren't going to get me out of it. An antidepressant isn't going to help me. Least of all because if you look up the information about SSRIs, what you find is that this whole thing is fake. The drugs were studied for 12 weeks, and the first 4 were published, and the rest was discarded. They bribed the FDA. They convinced everyone the side effects aren't that bad. The side effects can last for a lifetime, and the withdrawal lasts for a lifetime. So if you didn't need SSRIs before you take them, you certainly need them afterwards. It's designed to make you a highly motivated customer. Furthermore, the idea that SSRIs help you because depressed people have a lack of serotonin, this just isn't true. There's no data to support the idea. that depressed people lack serotonin. They just said, oh, this drug seems to work sometimes, so we work backwards from that. We think that it probably increases serotonin, therefore, depressed people have decreased serotonin. But we don't even really know that that's the effect of the drug, just that that's what it's labeled as. So, I don't think antidepressants are going to work. But, so because of all this, because I'm back in the state where I can't work, I tried looking for a job again. I tried that earlier this year, but it didn't play out for me. But I found something this time. I thought that I worked 3 days a week and that would slow down how much time I would... Because I'm just getting so little done, it doesn't matter if I work 3 days a week because I'm not working those days on the program anyway. But when I went to the orientation today, I just feel such a deep sadness right now. And I wonder if I should have done it because I feel like this artwork will never get finished. Because when I look at that schedule, there's just no way that I'll have any time to work on it. And even then, it's not enough money to perpetuate this indefinitely. I can't just go on hiatus for 2 years while I figure this out because I'm just losing money on it. And I don't know what to do. I don't know where I'm going to get a new background artist. I don't know how to address this depression. And I don't know what the future of this is going to be.